first of all, am I holding this gun correctly?
Well, you know, one thing, first thing is probably, yeah, your trigger discipline there, so you need to get your finger out of the trigger guard there, it's just quite important.
Yeah.
And then you've got to have your muzzle pointed in a safe direction and comfortably posed. Probably want to go
just down a bit, because that's...
So you're not going to shoot me in the foot or something like that.
This,
yeah, like this.
So more stable.
Like a kind of boy band pose. Is it?
Or like because you would have it over here. So
yeah,
it
some
would
people.
Be, it would be
if
like
you got a
this,
bullpup, some people have it quite tight,
it
so
like
that you can
I can
just
quickly
whip it
kill.
up
Quickly kill.
very fast. Some people used to even carabine in the mine.
And
Zombie.
actually, because it's a rifle, so you would probably aim a bit maybe.
Stefan, that's a sword, that's not a rifle.
It's
Because you're military trained, significantly military trained, could you give me some tips on how perhaps I would fend off a zombie in real life? Let's say I'm just walking down the street perhaps, and you know, or you're walking down the street and a zombie comes upon you, and you know, just walks up to you and comes to get you.
The first thing you do is you go down like that. So
Okay,
you
like on an
protect your head
aeroplane.
and you crouch a bit. One of the reasons you crouch a bit is because you're going to use your foot, and you also disorientate. So you bang up like that,
Okay.
and then you're actually going to want to stomp on here.
Okay.
Ideally breaking the knee. Well, if you're a human, it's going to be incredibly painful.
Okay.
Very painful if you've got a boot runs across that there and stomp on the feet.
Okay.
Then while you're a bit disorientated from that, you're going to want to basically cheap shots. If you can get punch you in the groin, head, and then get you off balance. I wouldn't recommend trying it in a pub brawl. You're probably going to go to jail.
So what if a gang of zombies? I don't know what the proper word is for a gang of zombies. Does anyone know?
Yeah, a gaggle maybe.
A gaggle of zombies. A zomble. Sorry. What if a gang of zombies comes at me and it's just me and perhaps this katana here? What should I do then?
Okay, probably that.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the army training is generally designed for the lowest common denominator, so not very smart. So you're generally taught to do the same thing in virtually any circumstance, which is kind of, you know, yeah.
Okay, one more thing, because I know that disarming is not in DayZ at the moment. But we were talking a bit, and well, actually, I can't remember if you said that you wanted it in there. But is it?
We talked about it. We talked about it. So you want to be my like display? I love seeing this in movies. So like,
are you going to kick it out of his hand?
I always see them like that. They always get real close. If you're pointing a gun at someone, you never want them to get really close, because all you need to do, right? All you need to do is put a very small amount of distance.
He just shot me then.
And then you can go in and, yeah, you know, so that's the problem is like, you know, oh, don't shoot me. And then you can just get out of the way really quick.
Okay. Is that one kind of disarming trick that you could put in DayZ? It seems quite maybe a complicated thing.
Well, the problem we have, right, is like queuing the animation up. And it's an eternal problem the engine has with cutscenes. The armor guys go through a great deal of pain with this. We were talking about it just before. Is if I'm here, the animation is incredibly different for disarming, because I'm going to be going like this, and then he's going to be like this. So, and then you don't just want to warp them in to position. So, sometimes warping things in is all right. Like we talked about very early on with the project. Remember we talked about this. What was it? It wasn't Last of Us. Something.
Yeah. I think
it was Last of Us, where they're not so worried about transitions. Armour had always been very particular about transitioning right. And I feel like DayZ, we've kind of gone for a little bit of the middle ground, where people want it to take a little bit of time to do stuff, but sometimes you just want something to appear in your hands. Because in real life, you think about something kind of as you're doing it. In the game, you push the button and you have to wait for it to happen. So we kind of wanted to go for the middle.